Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Rita Valentes. This is Women Manifesting Dreams and podcast or whatever experience this is. And before I go to my guests, I want to tell you then if you are a coach, a mentor, a healer, 40 plus, you are a woman or any way, form, or shape than you feel than you are. And you have been on this journey, you want to scale your business, sounds so business coaching this, and you want to take your business to another level, and you are sick and tired to pay too high tickets, you are sick and tired to fail, you have imposter syndrome, you believe the algorithm of doesn't love you, social media is something that you don't like and exists, and you have the monster of tech, you don't know how to find clients, what to post and when to post, and as well, all of this. We see you. So we have this community of wolves or she-wolf community or sisterhoods. And I used to sell that community for a nice ticket. And guess what? I want to create a movement because I believe the world needs us right now. We have co-creation calls on Tuesdays, we have magical circles on Wednesdays, we have community, we have engagement groups, and we have summits, 7 days business revolution right now, where my experts and elite are coming to talk. We are inviting you to join us for free. And I don't like the word free, I like the word open, because you come and you bring your energetics. So you are bringing a lot of value already. So somewhere here, it must be a link. Click on the link, join us. You have nothing to lose. If it's not your vibe, go. If you like, stay, and let's go create something on the next months together. Probably I will return for membership with this, but for now and for the first 200 people, and we have 50 something, it's free. So that being said, sorry for the introduction, but it's needed. That being said, my love, talking about manifesting dreams, I think I'm talking with the perfect person. That being said, tell us who you are, what do you do, and yeah, let's start by
That's it. Let's
there.
start there.
Let's a loaded question.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well, thanks for having me. Oh, wait, what would you want to
no,
say?
no, no. Let's go back to off record. You are asking me where I'm from.
Yes.
So I landed. I landed in Portugal, in Lisbon, but I grew up in Africa, in a cocoa farm, and I have been living all over the world. I'm in Colombia right now, ready to move back to Europe. And I have been living in Mexico, in the United States, in Amsterdam, in Lisbon, in you name it. So that is I am this mix MMA, mixed martial arts, mix of
Oh,
things.
okay.
So
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, nice to meet you, and thank you for having me, obviously. I'm energy coach Anya. I'm originally from Slovenia, so
oh,
I grew up in
your
Slovenia.
country. I love your country.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I love it. I love it. Sorry, sorry, sorry. It's
People who actually know it, they love it. I'll be honest. Not a lot of
no,
people know it,
and
but
they don't even know. Like, yeah, I want to do your introduction, but I went to play in Slovenia a few times, and Ljubljana. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
the capital.
So yeah, I realized when I was like doing my tour, I realized it was nearby Venice. So I used to fly to Venice and now get a train or rent a car to go to Ljubljana. So I just did want to tell that your people are amazing. So I know you are amazing already.
Yes, yes, yes. No, I love Slovenia. I'll be honest. So now I live in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So I visit Europe once to maybe once a year, maybe every 2 years, depending,
I see you.
dragging dragging kids with me. It's a load.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm originally from. And now I'm an energy coach. What I basically do is I help my clients manifest when it comes to financial abundance, when it comes to passionate and thriving relationships.
Mhm.
My speciality is that on the way to these manifestations, I help them naturally heal themselves because my knowledge comes from ancient wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine, and it's traditional Chinese medicine with combination of Chaldean numerology is one of the tools that I use and helps me basically read people's energetic blueprint so that I
Mhm.
can help them strategize their abundance. So it's more or less of, just, like what social media sells you, which is the affirmations and the meditations and the gratitude journals and all these practices, which are lovely and great.
And clarity in what they want because majority don't have even. They say want to be rich. Point.
Yeah,
And then you ask them what that means. And then they
exactly.
throw you a number and then you ask why.
Yeah, they don't have their why. Exactly. They don't have the why. But that's one of the things that, yes, definitely I need to, work on. But again, with all these different tools in the world, we get overwhelmed with the tools and we don't really know what the practicality is.
Mhm,
So again, I talk about practical spirituality
mhm,
and I talk about, helping them understand what their unique blueprint is so we can go away from like just generic stuff to
mhm,
specifically what it is that you need. And the best way, look, I'll give you this short analogy. When you
mhm,
buy a phone, right, your phone comes with a specific apps. And in order for you to make millions off your phone, you need to know your apps, like how they work and how the camera functions and whatnot. So imagine that you're the phone, but you don't really know your apps. So you were like raised in this world thinking, okay, I'm gonna go into life and I hope I'm happy and I hope I'm healthy and there's no strategy whatsoever.
mhm,
So me, I just help them see what those apps are. Number one, that's step number
mhm,
one. But then obviously to those highly ambitious who want to actually put this into practice, then I help you delete some apps that might not serve you to where you want to go or download some new apps. We need to update some iOS system and so much. So that's like an analogy that I like to use for people to understand what it is that I actually do. Was that enough? What else you need?
okay. That's enough. You talked about, and sorry for my ignorance, but you talked about what I found super interesting. You talked about Chinese medicine, and then you talk about what?
Chaldean numerology.
Okay, translate for someone
Okay.
who doesn't
Yeah.
understand as me right now.
It's okay. It's okay. So I know most of people might know a little bit about numerology, but the
Yeah,
the alphabet that most of people know is Pythagorean numerology. So
yeah,
created by Pythagoras.
Pythagoras. Yeah, the
Exactly.
Greek version of
Exactly.
the saying. Okay.
So now that his alphabet is basically connecting numbers with letters in an order, which means, A is one, B is two, C is three.
Okay.
And, to an extent, obviously, there's a lot of wisdom behind it. And that's what, like,
Mhm,
social media or like, Google, whatever promotes. But Chaldean numerology is actually an older version of numerology. And why I'm drawn to it, first of all, because it's older. For
mhm,
second of all, because it's not created by a man, even though Pythagoras was great, but it's still limited because he tried to make sense, which
uh-huh.
is our human limitation anyway. And and then number three, because it is so amazing that it
Mm,
helps you when it comes to your physical health. So yeah, we talk about manifestation and we talk about manifestation, a lot of people, money, maybe some love life, but
mhm,
I always reel it back into how does your body react to it? What is your body telling you?
mhm.
Because what's the point of you being a millionaire if you have cancer when you're 50?
Yeah.
So when I guide my clients, I make them aware that yes, we're going to go for all those results that you want to achieve, but we have to get them in a right way where you extend your life,
Mhm.
heal your body versus then, accidentally kind of damage it. And yeah, so that's the numerology that it's very unique. It doesn't, like I said, make so sense, but it's based on frequency. So connecting numbers and letters completely based on frequency, which is again nothing that I invented, but going into quantum physics and such, so that you can now use this tool and decode your destiny or decode your soul.
Oh my God. Decode your soul sounds epic.
It does.
Okay. Decode your
It is.
soul. Okay. Why?
Why what?
Why
Why
you
to
do what?
decode your soul?
No. Why you do what you do?
Ooh, why my story? Well, of course, there's a huge why. Uh, Long story short, I so I moved to China when I was 19, studied Mandarin and the, Eastern perspectives and philosophies of the world made a lot of sense to me. And then my personal story, I got married when I was very young. That was an abusive marriage, and universe did love me, sent me a mentor. That mentor read my destiny blueprint, as I call it, and I was just literally flabbergasted of how somebody who does not know anything about me like really can read my soul. I'm pretty sure I cried that first day.
I believe so.
And it was just mind blowing. So then I was like, okay, whatever this is, I want to learn.
Hmm.
And, life changed completely after I learned that. I was like, shit, I don't know if I can swear, but
Yes,
I
you
gotta go.
can.
I gotta go into the world and I gotta let people know that you have so powerful tools and wisdom. And if you're not searching for it and if you're not
Mhm.
interested in it, then I don't know what you're doing here.
Mhm. Oh, there is there is a very interesting thing you don't know. There is a lot of people who don't want to change. There is a lot of people who are very scared of success and upgrade, are very scared of money, and I'm very scared. And I'm telling you this because I have been working with coaches, mentors, healers, and women, and I'm seeing myself in. I was scared of success, and even now, like each time I upgrade success, is like, ugh, I'm
I
going to
know,
burn
I
out.
know,
I'm
I
going to
know.
do what it's but it's very interesting what you are telling because I believe then the first thing we need to change is to become aware.
I
And
agree.
I love, okay, I'm very raw and I'm very straight to the point. I love what you are telling me. And I hope no one is going to be offended. If yes, I'm so sorry. Because I'm a little bit tired of listening the same things in repeat mode. And if you tried abundance and maybe did work for you. For example, I did run 21 days open for abundance with tapping and EFT.
Hmm.
My abundance, and maybe abundance is not the best word because you can have abundance of debt as well. So the money in my life did change for when I started doing tapping. Now, and that is the reason why I do summits. Like
Mm.
what I know is one thing, what you know, it's something else. If people can listen to me, and I don't do that majority, I'm just focusing bringing visibility to people. But what if they can listen to 3 or 4 different people giving 3 or 4 different strategies? They can feel like what is the one who resonates more with them, and it's like, oh, wait a second, I try all this and it's not working. I tried hypnosis, I tried, I don't know, healing, child wound, whatever, and I keep not making money, or I have a cap on my money. That is another thing. um for example, I always tell them, it's very weird for people around me, but I know I can access the ATM machine of the universe in any moment and I want, in any amount and I want. So that for operating on the treaty, people is like, why you don't ask more? Why you don't? It's like, because I don't need it, because it's there. So like I have
Yeah.
I have a certain amount, then I'll always manifest, and I'm really happy with it. But as well is very interesting because if I increase my expenses, if I change to a better house or I am going to move to a different country, automatically that cap change. So it's very interesting. Now, what I want to say with all of this is it's something about you, just as an observer, what I know about you already. I know what is to be from Europe, and a part of Europe does not necessarily have the attention than majority of others. You are not coming from Paris or London, or like I know because I grew up in Africa. So even though I'm Portuguese, I know what it is to move to a different country with children in extra different continent and extra speaking a different language. I'm in Colombia right now, so I don't know how
Mm.
many languages you speak, but for sure 3 or more. So I know that, and I cannot imagine what is. I was married really early as well, and I went through similar situations. But I cannot imagine what it is to be 19 and be living in China. So what I know about you, I know that you go and you fight for what you believe you want or your dreams. And I know then you go and get it. And I know then life is not perfect. And yes, traveling with children sometimes can be very, but you don't get stuck on the problem. So me as a client, I want to coach who are like you, who went through so many different situations and scenarios and figured out a way to thrive. So I just want to give you that as a compliment because an
Thank
extra,
you.
you bring something really fresh in you. So if people want to work with you, what ways they do have to work? What kind of
So this is
opportunities?
what you kind of, yeah, you kind of mentioned that, and I wanted to touch on that subject, right? Like there's so many different people, methodologies, and ways of doing it. And, in the past 12 years since I've been kind of doing this, I've seen, I guess we can say two, maybe I'll say one or two, I'm not gonna say mistakes that people do, but where people get confused or distracted. Because of the internet and so many possibilities of what you can do,
Too many.
a lot of people, exactly, it's too many. It's just too
Mm,
many. And then they want to do this and they try this and they try that. And unfortunately, so again, from my perspective, me being mainly, I'll say mainly connected to, Canada, United States, and some Europe, I'll say definitely some Europe.
we are on the same track. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
is where people, first of all, like you said, number one, people like quick fixes. And when
Oh
it comes to
yeah.
manifestation, when it comes to energy, oh, my
Oh.
camera. When it comes to energy and manifestations, the
Mhm.
reality is there are no quick fixes. So when people try to sell you this 12 course, 12-week course, 12-week course, 12-week course, and you keep on jumping from one course to another,
And
it's
you
like, it's
keep buying it and you don't even take
exactly.
action. Yes.
Or that. Well, but like for example, like the way I like to explain, imagine like, I don't know, let's say you got, I don't know, 20 pounds too much and you want to, lose 20 pounds. If
Uh-huh.
every 3 months you're going to try change the diet, how's that going to be sustainable? Right?
Uh-huh.
It's so I'm not saying that all the other stuff aren't working. I'm just saying pick one, like you say, pick one that resonates with you, but then you got to do it. And you got to do it, do it, do it. And that's not like, oh, I'm not going to do this because even when you go to the gym, right? Like I want to lose pounds. You go to the gym because you want to lose pounds, fine. But once you're in the process of losing pounds, you now realize you can't go back to your old way of living.
Oh no.
So now you understand that this is a new way that you need to live. So when it comes to manifestation or energy work, it's the
Mhm.
same thing. And the question is, how ready are you to actually put in the work? So again, the way I work, because
Mhm.
again, I'm not in the mainstream of
No.
American ways of doing stuff, which is the 12-week program.
Yeah.
I don't work with anybody less than a year
Okay.
because I know that first of all, I want to bring magical, I mean, unbelievable
Results.
changes and
Change.
results.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes with practice. So that's why I call it practical spirituality, because
Mm-hmm.
I can know all about the chakras and the yoga positions and the breathing techniques. I can do all of that. But if you do not know how to implement it in everyday life in a way, and now this is like the second part I kind of want to mention, that you yield results. And if I go to the results part, it's not just, oh, that you're making money, because that's one aspect. And this is where I'm really, really, I guess, focusing on, because again, when I Destiny Blueprint, right, the reading that I do, if we live in three areas of life where everybody lives, which is money, business, love, relationships, and physical health,
Mm-hmm.
everybody has at least one area that you're naturally good at.
Mm-hmm.
And just because you're good in that area and you have abundance in that area doesn't mean then, and again, a lot of people might have this, some people might not like what I'm going to say, right? It's like you are going to, oh, now I'm great at manifestation because, I don't know, for example, I make a lot of money. Great. How's your
Mm-hmm.
relationship? Tell me about that.
Mm-hmm.
How's your physical body? Tell me about that. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, everybody is good in an area, so you can naturally be good and quote unquote manifesting something,
Mm-hmm.
but really, really what matters and what I always say to people, look at your coach's results. And
Mhm.
I'm not just saying the money. I'm saying about look at the money, look at their love life, look at their physical health. And if those results back up with what they're saying, then that's a person you need to listen to.
Thank you. It's a great framework. It's a great framework. And I I understand that people are sick and tired and were burned in the last years with so many investments, especially in this market. And I mean this because I'm still in Colombia. So they spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and not every coach doing this is not easy. Doing this or whatever in perspective, whatever as a coach or whatever is a client, it's not going to be easy. If you are looking for easy results and fast results, it doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
Now, how I it's very interesting because because what I do is so different than what you do. Like for me, I like to test my waters with my clients, and
Mhm.
I don't like to sign up for 12 months with them because I never like it because my work is around visibility. When I work one-on-one, it's around visibility and like getting results and clients and etc. And I cannot do it alone, and you as well cannot do it alone. So and I want to test the waters before I get attached to them for the rest of my life. And what happens many times, a lot of my money comes from recurring payment clients. Now, how can people find you online? Like, I know we are going to share links and etc., but what is the best way?
Energy Coach Anya on basically every platform you can find.
Okay.
Just Energy Coach Anya, even Gmail at
Okay.
gmail.com. So
Everything. Okay, perfect. We are going to share the links as well. Now, if someone obviously then did this, for the person watching this,
mhm.
send them a message.
What would it be?
Yeah. If someone is listening to this, they are struggling with abundance or whatever, love or whatever it is, or probably
My
all.
something, yeah, there's definitely something. The message would be get a mentor. This is how I started. I'm going to always swear by a mentor, not because but again, get a mentor who's like gonna stand by you and guide you and help you, which is I'll be honest, difficult to find because obviously you can easily fall into those,
Traps.
cohorts and web shops and whatnot, and then you have this one person talking to you once a week. And I'll be honest, once a week is not enough. Because energetically, you are stuck on your energy. In order for you to get on a higher frequency to attract more abundance, you need a higher energy. But once a week, getting there is going to be slow progress. I'm not going to say it's not going to do anything good. So I very quickly understood that. I've always had a mentor for the past 12 years, and I have always closely and intensively been working with my mentors. But it was a fast track to everything that I have and everything that I am and everything that I live right now. And I know that everything that I have and live and I have achieved is based because I had somebody who actually guided me. And again, it wasn't, like, yeah, spend a bunch of money, but then I'll talk to you once a week with energy. And again, the American way, they'll put you through a bunch of programs and worksheets and watch the videos. But anybody who, if you want to do energy, you need to do with person's energy. Like I need to talk to this person because I need to
Like
help you
this.
switch your energy.
You
I
need to
can't
be
put you on read this and then give me a summary and hoping your energy is going to change. And of course, yeah, that's why I said mentor closely, intensively, because it's not in the knowledge that you have, but it's in the wisdom that you implement.
100%.
And if you don't know how to implement that wisdom, then everything else is just theory.
It's the same to have food on your pantry, but not knowing how to cook them.
Yes,
It's a different
it rots
analogy.
sooner or later.
Exactly. Okay, my love. Thank you so much for being here
You're
with
welcome.
us. I'm going to say bye to these people, bye to you properly. Thank you so much for being on that side, on that end. Go and check out the work this beautiful woman is doing to change the world. and get inspired as I did. And like I said, if you want to join an energetic community of badass women who believe age is just a number, I have beautiful wolves with 60 and 70 and more. So come and join, come and share your magic with us. Let's come together. Let's see what can we do and what we can do. How can we change the world? My name is Rita Valente. Keep living your dreams and make it happen. And I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.